It's the greatest time of the year. It's rookie draft season right before the draft, so we can speculate on every single player, because once we get the landing spot, it's a little bit easier. We don't want things easy around here. We're going to be looking at these players every single day this season. That's why you need to click that subscribe button right now. Help you out with your trades, your rookie drafts, player values, scouting reports, and everything else. Click that button. Stop missing out. Our first rookie today. Caleb Johnson. I haven't talked about him in a bit. I like him. He's up there in this draft. I noticed PFF jumped him up the rankings. Jumped him up in the mock draft simulator. They were down on him a bit. Must have took him time to look at the tape. Must have. That is a good indicator that he could be a riser in the NFL draft, as media, big media, just did not get to him in time to really understand who he is as a player. Good speed score, 73rd percentile among running backs. A lot of people were down on the 4.57 40-yard dash. That's good. That's good enough. That's good. That's competitive, and we're not expecting him to be Jahmyr Gibbs out there. We're expecting him to get on a team where he gets the opportunity to handle a full workload, to be exciting out there, just getting touch after touch after touch, running through a motherfucker's face. 6'1", 225 pounds. We're still young, and as a recruit, we got slept on a little bit by 24/7 Sports. Also, the college football market slept on him. We went to Iowa, which was a smart choice, especially for a guy at his size, 215 pounds, who likes to run through faces, because we go to Iowa, we climb the depth chart fast. Freshman season, he was making noise. Like, those Devy guys were getting after him. 5.2 yards per carry, 6 touchdowns. 2023 got hurt. Wasn't the leading rusher on the team. That leading rusher had to transfer out because he knew it was Caleb's job. He led the team in rushing. Caleb was out. Had to go. I had to go. There's no more opportunities for me. It's Caleb's job. Comes in, 1,500 yards, 21 touchdowns. It's almost like it pissed him off. And he put the pedal down. Ran over everybody. 4.42 yards after contact per attempt. But I want to show you down below me. 11.9 yards after the catch per reception. Most of his targets behind the line of scrimmage. So he's able to make guys miss. He's able to run through a motherfucker's face. He's able to run around guys. That's what that says. That he's a threat in space. He's not a receiving weapon. He's not a receiving threat. But as you're pounding him out like your ex-girlfriend up the guts, he's going to give you a little something as you're touching them guts. 10.3 yards after the catch per reception the year prior. There is a tendency here. And now you're talking about, well, he's not a pass catcher. He's not a pass catcher. Nobody is in Iowa. The leading receiver had 47 targets. Targets, not catches. 45. Caleb Johnson, 4th in the team in receiving, 25. He was getting opportunity. A double-digit target share. Nobody was. 47 targets to the leading receiver. You got to throw that out the window. Look at that advanced metrics there. Looking good for him as a receiving option. Looking at mock draft value here. 3rd roundish. Day 2. Day 2 easy. Day 2. He's going to go somewhere. We're going to look at him. Maybe he starts off as a backup. Maybe he starts off as a Zach Charbonnet. But guess what? There's dynasty value with that too. Caleb Johnson's going to be a good grinder. You can catch the ball a little bit out of the backfield. That's got some good movement skills. Fluid on the feet. That could be a good hammer. Raheem Sanders. Underrated running back prospect here. Underrated dude. Back in the day, we had Arkansas. He had his moment. We'll cover that. 4.52 40-yard dash. Speed score, 81st percentile. High school metrics. Player profile needs to upgrade that because he ran, I believe, like 4.49, right? 4.47 or something like that. But again, good size adjusted athleticism. Going back to high school. 4-star athlete, right? 7th in the rankings here. Ranked 165 overall. So one of the top athletes in the class, one of the top players in the class coming out. 34 offers. The college football market wanted him. Big programs, small programs, medium programs. Everybody wanted him. The market for college football is saying, hey, this is a good prospect here. We want him. We want to use him at running back. And we got some opportunities there. When we went to Arkansas, because we get to Arkansas, 578 yards as a freshman, sophomore season. That's where we blew up. 10 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. We got hurt. Then we go to South Carolina, and we produced 11 touchdowns that year. So 2 teams where we were able to get them double-digit touchdowns on the ground. Receiving numbers, 27 catches in 2024, 28 catches in 2022. Yards after the catch per reception here, 12.6, 11.1, 10.8, 11.0 on his career. So in space, if we catch the ball in the flat, we're going to do something. Most of our catches behind the line of scrimmage with a negative ADOT. Yards after contact per attempt, 3.25 on his career, 3.69 in his best season in South Carolina, 3.14 in his best season in Arkansas. This dude is a silent killer. Silent killer here. South Carolina, Arkansas. We're getting it done with both schools. And the mock drafters have him left for dead. It's fine. Deep class. A guy that got banged out throughout his career. But the thing is about this, Raheem Sanders is a guy you need to pay attention to back end of your rookie drafts. Back end. No pun intended. No big pun over here. But Raheem Sanders is a guy to pay attention to. Isaiah Bond. Very interesting prospect profile. A lot of people do not know what to think about him. The NFL draft, let that be your guide. 4.39 40-yard dash. People hated that because it wasn't like a 4.21 or whatever, like he was calling out there, but still that's fast. 180 pounds. And this was a big-time prospect coming out of high school. 4-star guy, ranked as the second best ATH in the class. 28 offers. Look at these offers. Alabama, Miami, Florida. Florida has been going after speed these last few years. That's an indicator of speed. I knew he was not going to beat Xavier Worthy's record. I knew that because of the 100-meter times from high school. Alabama, Miami. We go to some big programs here. We get some opportunity because we end up at Texas. But at Alabama, 668 receiving yards, 48 catches, 4 touchdowns, 4.6 yards after the catch per reception, 12.8 average depth of target. We go to Texas, 14.6 average depth of target. So what am I saying here? And when we go in season, what are we looking for when it comes to wide receivers and jabroni guys to pick up off waivers? Will Fuller effect. We'll at least have a chance or potential for that if he's used intermittently. Like if he's not a hitter, he's a guy who uses intermittently by his team, running some routes a game, getting like 3 to 5 targets a game. Will Fuller effect, 14.6 ADOT, 12.8, 12.9. Stretching it downfield. We got 4.39 speed to go with that. We have 100-meter track times, I think 10.94, 10.98 from high school. What other fantasy football analyst right now, go look at all of them, can remember 100-meter times from these prospects? How many? None. Hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that right now. Let's keep it moving. We're at Alabama, our best season there, 668 yards, our second year, second on team in receiving, leading the team in catches. So we're at Alabama leading the charge a bit. And then we go to Texas. We do what we did there, but we're dealing with injuries. What's that going to look like if we had a full season without being injured? This is an incredibly talented wide receiver that the NFL is going to get at a discount with top-tier speed that you're going to catch at a discount. Your running back tiers will probably start getting meshed. Not messed, but meshed. Like, very hard to really make your decision, and then you're going to have him. Right there. That's a gamble upside play that you may want to roll with. Draft capital is going to be your lead with him. Let that lead the dance with you, but we're looking at a wide receiver, 3rd round, day 2 draft capital, weak wide receiver class. He's got a chance. He saw this weak wide receiver class and jumped in it. Look at the season he had. Coming back from an injury. That is an indicator this wide receiver class sucks. He's like, I'm more talented than these guys. This is my time to jump in. I'm going to blow them away. All these guys suck. That's why he's here. He would have stayed another year if this class was jacked. If it was last year's class, he would have stayed another year. No. He sees how bad these wide receivers are. He thinks he can jump the line. He might be able to. He might jump the line a little bit more than what you think. This is a talent that you need to pay attention to as the NFL tells us what they think about Isaiah Bond. Jack Betch. Big-time dandy from the Senior Bowl. A lot of people are loving on that. When it comes to analysts going to the Senior Bowl, they kind of overrate their experience a little bit. They kind of have the Senior Bowl tax with that. Remember that going forward. Jack Betch, though, he's a good wide receiver for the college level. I believe he's going to have to land in the right situation. Not 100% in love with him. 22.2 years old. College dominator rating, okay. Breakout age at 21.7. We go to LSU. That is the thing about that. Going to LSU, However, he's in the same recruiting class as Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, wide receiver 58 in the rankings, 4-star prospect. Honestly, you see the teams chasing him down below him. That's where he belonged. That's really where he belonged when you look at the tape. A lot of people recite this, I heard on podcasts, but they're not understanding. LSU has a type. He does not even fit the type. He doesn't. They like twitched up wide receivers, fast off the release, fast off the break, then get downfield, aggressive ball skills. He's got ball skills, but it's not what we're seeing time after time after time when we're looking at their wide receivers, when we go deep looking at their recruiting classes. It's just not. He's not an LSU fit. If he would have asked me where to go, I definitely would have told him, don't go to LSU. I would definitely told him not to go there. I would have told him, I've had recruits ask me about the market and stuff. I would have told him not to go there. But here we're looking at 1,000 yards at TCU. We get right 9 touchdowns. We are at LSU, though. How are you going to play there? How are you going to play there? They're just so jacked with talents. We cover their classes. It's always jacked with talent. Twitched up wide receivers, good route runners. 13.3 ADOT, that's what I like about him. The ability to get downfield, use that size post up. Gritty, determined route runner. Should get okay draft capital. This is the perfect class for him, so that could lend him to get some opportunity. Did well at the Senior Bowl. The thing is, the Senior Bowl, going back to that could help your draft stock immensely, playing well there, but not too much where it gets overhyped either. You really have to ball out. Roman Wilson got drafted in the 3rd round, deep wide receiver class, but still, he balled out at the Senior Bowl. But this could be a guy that sneaks up on you. So you're like, hey, Bruce, you just was down on him, and now you're here. It's because I don't really care. I'm just going to evaluate it, and it is what it is. His potential is getting downfield, creating separation, strong hands, very nuanced. He's a technician. Still needs the right fit. Right fit, and you can be over the moon for him. A fit where you have other studs there, where he's got to fight for target share, that may not happen. Watch where he goes in the draft. That's all what it is. And they're saying he's going to be a 3rd round. He's probably going to be a day 2 guy. Whether you like it or not, you like the talent or don't like the talent, he's probably going to be a day 2 guy. 68th is his best spot in ADP per mock drafts. Probably somewhere around there. That's okay. You might get some opportunity, might get some run. Again, right situation, you might get a little betch. You might get betched out. But that being said, watch where he goes, like I said. But Terrence Ferguson's a riser here at the combine. 4.63, good speed score, good burst score, good size adjusted athleticism with this kid. 4-star prospect out of high school, 28 offers, big programs after him. So we're having talent out of high school, but this guy looks like he's from Harry Potter or something from high school, so he had to change that look, get a little mustache going. 591 yards, 414, not overly productive. 9 yards after the catch per reception, very good for a tight end. That's very good. 7.8 ADOT, so he's around average getting targets downfield. That being said, average is good for tight end. That's not a bad thing. That's just where average is at the tight end spot. Around 6 to 8 range on ADOT. They're big Wandale Robinsons. I'm sure you heard that joke from me a lot. So he fits the mold for the NFL. He's looking fine here. 2.02 yards per route run. I actually like him. I think he's going to be at that point in rookie drafts where you catch him at a good value. You already got your good tight end. You're just looking for a value here as everybody else FOMOing over the other tight ends. You're going to catch him at a good landing spot there. You're looking at where he's getting targets at 65 last year, 3rd on the team. Evan Stewart's the guy to look out for in 2026. We were looking for him to come out in this year's class. He probably would have been a heavy hitter. Big-time recruit, 5-star prospect, but 3 less targets than him. That's something to look at. Evan Stewart, look out for him next year's draft. But again, we're looking at potential day 3 draft capital. Teams pony up on tight ends, but we're looking at potential day 2 draft capital here. Teams pony up on tight ends. That's a meat and potatoes position that can also give you a little sex. That being said, 4th round projection's fine, but NFL teams like their meat and potatoes. Terrence Ferguson could give that to you. Maybe like a 3rd round option, maybe sneaks up there. But again, this is a good tight end class. We're going to have a tight end run, and that's going to push him up as well. Let me know what you think about these rookies, though. I want to hear about it. What rookies you want me to talk about? I'm talking about anybody I can find here. Let me know. Drop that in the comments. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Well, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.